Hey guys, what's up? It was really nice out today, so I just got back from a bike ride. I was at the gym before, so it feels like a very productive day. Now, this video I'm going to be doing, as the title says, is about the Smith& Wesson military and police tactical pen that I got. You must have, if you guys saw the unboxing video, you would have seen the Endura that I have right here that I can't freaking stop playing with. I loosened the pivot screw, by the way, on that, so now I can open it a lot more easily. Started to get it with the left hand, just not as good. I still need a little bit wrist action. I'm actually getting kind of good with the tricks. Like I'll have like my finger in here and I'll like do one of those, or I can actually open it with no hand. I just gotta like whip it like, oh whoops, like that. I don't know. I just been fooling around, just playing with the thing, you know. Anyways, so yeah, you would have seen this knife. You would have seen the Prion 2, which I love. I'm going to do a video on this too. But this video is just specifically for the Smith & Wesson tactical pen. Now all I got to say about this thing is this pen is a mean son of a bitch, this thing. That's all I have to say. It's not like very heavy, but once you put it in your hands, you're like, wow, this thing's heavy duty. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell just by holding certain things, like this is really strong aluminum pen. And once you take the cap off, it has like a little retention piece of plastic in there that will snap on. It doesn't twist. It just snaps off. And it has a lanyard hole there, so you can just throw it onto a lanyard or a pocket clip, snap it off. Then on the back, which is cool, it has this little ring that this pops into, and you can hear that click, and then you can write. And it's a really good pen. I mean, I haven't written too much with it. Hold on, let me get my freaking computer plug. But I wrote a little bit with it. It flows really nicely. No problems writing. It's not too heavy or awkward. It's a really good pen. It does have this checkering kind of grip here, and then these three rings that you can put your finger on, get like a grip in there, you know. But once you go to the back side, is you got this freaking spike here. Now this thing will do some fucking damage, guys. Believe me, believe me. I'm holding this. This is scary. This, like, you can just feel it with little pressure. That this is painful. Just going like this is painful. If you got behind this thing and put your thumb on the top and jab that into someone, let me tell you, they're fucking having a bad day, man. That is a bad day for them. This this pen right here, I think, would hurt more than this knife. I would rather get stabbed by this knife than this pen. You know, I mean, I've been stabbed before, so I know how it feels. And in the heat of the moment, with all your fucking adrenaline pumping, I didn't even know I got cut. You know, I got cut so quickly. A kid came across, just I didn't even realize it for a few seconds. You know, I mean, cuts obviously will obviously do more damage with like blood loss and shit. But this thing I feel would hurt a hell of a lot more, and this thing's sharp. I mean, don't think this won't go through anything, because if you try to put this thing through someone's neck, it's going right through there. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of force, that's going right through your neck. If you get hit in the head with this, this will be like a spike through your fucking skull. You know? So this is pretty scary, this thing. Once my friends saw this, they were like, what the hell is this? A fucking zombie killer spike. But overall, this is a really good tactic. Depends. Sometimes when I don't have my knife on me for whatever reason, I mean, I usually always have one on me and one in the car, just in case I forget the one that's on me. But if for whatever reason I don't want to carry a knife somewhere, just somewhere that, I mean, I live in Jersey, so the laws are like really fucking ridiculous here. They're probably the most ridiculous out of the whole United States with knife and gun laws. But I mean, I still carry autos everywhere. Like, I still carry larger blades. Like, I'm pretty sure this is almost a 4-inch blade. I don't think I can carry this. I think it's like the 3-finger rule or some shit. Yeah, I mean, if I get caught with this, probably not good, but, I could just, well, I mean, I do use a knife for work, and I do fish, and I am a firefighter, so, I mean, I could just tell them any of that. I mean, and I don't use my knives like, stupidly. I'm not just gonna go flicking these things around in public. If I need to open something, I'll just simply open it. Just kind of cut what I need to cut and then put it back away in my pocket. You know, I'm not really flamboyant about my knife carrying. But for whatever reason, if I don't have a knife on me, maybe I might forget. But that's rare. But whatever. If I do forget, this this thing, I mean, for tactical uses I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about cutting, because obviously, I'm fucked if I need to cut something and I don't have my knife on me, but for defensive use purposes, and sometimes for defensive stuff, like sometimes you won't always want to take your knife out, like let's say you know, a dude's trying to jump you down the street or something like that. Sometimes you might be like, shit, like I don't know if I want to take this knife out because I could probably kill him. Like I'm really not trying to go kill someone right now. Like this is a good option if it's just something that's not as serious as if he were to take out a knife or he would be with 2 or 3 other people. Then of course yes, then take out the knife because you know I mean, this is all good and well, but if you're versing another armed person or 2 or 3 people, I would just jump straight to the blade, you know. But that's for another video. I might get into a little bit of like knife philosophy and stuff towards the end of this one. I mean, I'll tell you when I'm done with this if you guys don't feel like listening to the rest. But I'm not sure how much this pen weighs. It feels to be maybe I think maybe even lighter than my knife. So I would say probably around 3 ounces or so. I mean, this is just ballpark. This isn't. I don't have the specs. I'm not one of those guys to be like, I mean, I used to put the specs on my videos, but I feel like, if people really want to hear all the specs, they can just go and Google whatever. I say the exact model, the Smith & Wesson Military Police. If you really want to see how long it is and how heavy it is, you can go look it up. But most people don't really care for those things. They just care about the look, the feel, the functionality. And I see this pen being very functional. I mean, it has a lot of good implements to it that other pens do not have. This has a good lanyard hole. This has a very good pocket clip. Stays very secure to my pocket. I'm making a video area. And sorry, that was my sister interrupting. Um, it it has these grooves on here that, well, first of all, I don't really like the screw off ones because sometimes they're just a pain in the ass to be sitting there screwing or unscrewing. This has a very good retention. This isn't gonna pop off unless you want it to pop off. And then it on the other Smith & Wesson tactical pen, not the military one, the regular Smith & Wesson tactical pen, it's a screw off and it doesn't like snap into place on the back. It kind of just sits there. But this gets you get a good, like, I don't know if you heard that, like a little click. It just pops in there, and this isn't coming off. And then to get the ink out, you just unscrew the front here, and you see the little spring and the ink, and you just put that back on top. But I see this pen being very, very functional, especially with such a sick and wicked. It comes to a point here that would inflict some serious damage, even with a minor hit to the stomach or the chest. Or I wouldn't even. I mean, unless I was seriously being attacked to the point where, you know, I was fearful of my life, then I would go for the neck. But I know that if I put pressure and tried to put this through someone's neck, it would go straight through. He would have a fucking hole in his neck. So, yeah, this pen is very highly recommended. I got it on Amazon for like 20 bucks. Very good. I will show you, throughout my usage, how it's holding up. but I have high expectations for this. I haven't really seen any bad reviews, and personally, I think it's very good. Now, all right, the review is ending here, so whoever doesn't want to hear about my knife shit, you can just like not watch anymore. But what I was getting back to, when you're being attacked by maybe a group of people or someone else who's armed, you know, I was jumped twice by two groups of, well, I mean, it was like the same group, but the second time I had a different person. But let's just, all right, I was jumped twice where I live. The first time, it was just the three of them, and they pretty much just held me up against the wall, and I was outnumbered. I didn't have anything on me, so that's almost what sparked my to start carrying, because they're very useful. I use it all the time, and like, if you run into situations like this where you live in somewhere that isn't exactly the safest place, or sometimes you have to go down for whatever reason a street that isn't exactly the nicest place to be at night, which I sometimes have to go down. It's just a peace of mind kind of thing. It's just like when I leave my house and I have it on me, I just feel like it's okay, like it's gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen. But all right, first time, they held me up, they were choking me out, hit me a couple times. Give me your money, whatever. I gave them their money. I mean, what am I gonna do? It was me versus three of them. I'm a pretty good fighter, but I'm not like MMA trained. I'm a good fighter, but me versus three of them. Who knows? So I just, did what people say is the right thing to do, and just gave them the money, and they fled off. But then I got smarter, and I started carrying. And what was it that I had on me at that time? I think it was my Flash 2. I think I had my Flash 2 on me. Not a huge defensive blade, It was like my EDC. And it's really scratched up now from using it to cut all kinds of shit. It's really scratched up. Cutting this was through a wire or some shit. I cut it through Flash 2. Um, so you know these kids live in that area, and they were like a year or two older than me. The second time, they tried to do the same shit, but they grabbed from the street metal like pipes, you know, and not all of them had metal pipes. It was two of them had metal pipes. This was, I have to remember back because now this was like, when was it, like 2 years ago, you know. Yeah. So they were like, give me your money, we're gonna hit you or whatever, and I take out my knife, and you know, all of a sudden I could see in their face like fuck, but they, you, my like whole philosophy is, even if you're not actually going to go and kill them, in your mind, make your attacker honestly, seriously believe that you are going to fucking slaughter him and spill his guts all on the floor. So, so, so I come at these guys with my knife, just acting like a fucking crazy person, like, like they really thought that if I mean, and if I needed to, I probably would have, but what I was just gonna try and do first is just, scare them off, like, like beat it, man, like, you know, and sure enough, I'm running down the street with a fucking knife, screaming and yelling and coming at them and shit, and they all took off, and I never heard from them again. I've seen them a couple times, but they just looked away because they know now, like, now they know not to give me shit, you know. So, you have to, once you take out your blade or defensive tool, whatever you got, your pen, your Kubotan, brass knuckles, whatever the hell you have, a chain, you know, when these people come at you, they're expecting you to back down, they're expecting you, look, we got this right here, give me the shit, or else we're gonna beat your ass. But if you show them that you're not backing down, and you're gonna come at them and you're gonna cut them, You know, in their minds they're like, oh shit, you know, maybe he's for real, you know, maybe he's actually gonna cut me, like maybe I shouldn't go and do this, you know, like fuck it, forget it, you know. Once 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 you can flip them around, cause first they went into the situation like, yeah, we're gonna scare him, he's gonna give us the money, you know, whatever, give us, you know, whatever they want, your phone, sunglasses, I don't know what the hell, like an attacker would want, but you know, your purse if you're a girl, you know. But then if you show them that you're not afraid, you're gonna come at them, you're gonna do whatever you need to do, and they will not, you know, beat you down, that their morale is gonna deteriorate. And the more you show them that you're fucking crazy, you know, you don't even have to actually do any of this stuff. Just make them believe that you will if you have to. You know, you get what I'm saying here? So basically what happened is just, you know, they saw that I was serious, that don't fuck with me or else you're gonna get cut. And, you know, they ran off. So that's just a thing to always have in mind. Just always never let someone break you down, because once they see that they're breaking you down, fight's over, you know. I mean, I've been in countless fights where I've been getting hit and hit and hit, and so many times where I just wanted to fucking scream out like, oh my god, like, you know, if you do any of that shit, they're gonna know, like, alright, I'm breaking them down, you know. Never, you know. You get hit, you have to try as hard as you can to just sit there and take that shit, you know. One time when I was in a fight, I'm rambling here. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but some of you guys probably like to hear stories. But one time I was in a fight with a kid. You know, it was just fists, one on one. It was just a fight. I don't know how old I was. How old was I? 15 or 14? I forget. And you know, I had my guard up, but not really in there tight. I had a little bit more out, and he managed to come in and get a hook and hook me right like in the joint where my jaw meets up here, and he got me real good, and I was just like, fuck, you know, like shit, man, that hurts so bad. But I just sat there and took it and looked at him dead in the eyes, like, you know, like I was gonna pummel him, and then I did. See, like that's what I'm saying. You can't let them break you down, you know, because once they know that they got it, they're not stopping. But once you retaliate with even more force and even more anger, then you're gonna start to break them down. All right, guys, I'm done with my little spiel here. Uh, I'm glad if you liked it. I mean, I have a couple more stories. I'm not like, you know, fucking G.I. Joe over here or whatever, going out getting into fights every day, but I have had, you know, my fair share of fights or, you know, confrontations that, I mean, I could share. I mean, I have like a few more. But yeah, just keep everything I said in mind. You know, don't think that I'm some kind of, you know, um, fucking master of self-defense and fighting or whatever. This is just something that just worked for me and has worked for other people. I'm by no means a teacher. You know, don't go out and you know, start looking for fights and whatever. I'm not promoting any fighting. I'm not promoting any violence. This is just strictly self-defense. You know, if someone comes at you with fists, you retaliate with fists. There have been so many times where someone wanted, you know, to fight me, and if it's just one-on-one, fist on fist, I'll have a knife on me, but I will not take it out. You know, there's no need to bring a knife out to a fist fight. You know, then it just escalates. You know, I'm not about violence. I'm not about escalating anger or any of that. Just settle the situation reasonably, rationally, and efficiently. You know, so don't go out in the streets, you know, thinking that this kid on YouTube, you know, he showed me all these things. No, don't go out fighting people. That's not what I'm saying. Just stay safe. And you know, if something as horrible as that were to ever happen to you, just try and respond as, you know, quickly and easily and thoughtfully as possible. See you later, guys. I'm out for tonight.